So if you know you're getting a refund come tax time, filing your taxes can almost feel fun is because you know you're about to get paid. Now on the flip side, if you're in a situation where you think you might owe, getting the process started might feel a little bit demotivating. The tax bill that you know is 10 times better than the tax bill that you don't know. If you're pushing off filing because you're concerned about owing taxes, you should know that there are relief options available to you. So in this video, we're gonna talk about a few different options that you can use in the event that you can't pay your tax bill. Let's get it. What's going on, everybody? Brian Rivera here, CPA, and on this channel, I talk about a variety of different topics to include personal finance, entrepreneurship, and investing. My main goal here is to help you guys save some money on your taxes and build wealth along the way. So if you're brand new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So as a tax professional, I can't tell you over the course of my career, I've seen some people in some pretty sticky situations. And what I mean by that, let's just say you're a day trader and you made $1 million in the year. As soon as you hit December 31st and you cross January 1st into a new tax year, you still have a tax liability on the money that you made all the way up to December 31st. So if you keep trading, you keep investing, you keep doing whatever, let's just say the value of your account goes down. Well, by the time April 15 hits, if you don't have the money to pay what you made in the prior year, you can be in a very sticky situation. Now, this doesn't only happen to day traders. I've seen it in business owners, entrepreneurs, real estate guys, all over the board. This happens. And so if this happens to you, you need to understand that, hey, there are some options available to you if you can't pay your tax bill. Number one, pay what you can. So no matter how much you owe, you should still try to file your taxes on time. So if you can't meet the April 15th deadline, you can apply for an extension that allows you all the way up until October 15th to actually file your personal tax return. Now, what this does not give you an extension of when to pay. So you still owe your tax liability by April 15th. So if you can't pay the whole thing, it might be a good idea to pay a chunk of what you can. So that way you're not getting hit with interest on your entire tax bill. Maybe it's on a smaller portion of it. So number two, consider an installment agreement. So the IRS has something called a Streamlined installment agreement, which allows you to pay your tax bill over 72 months, which is 6 years. And the installment agreement will still incur some interest and penalties. However, it does give you an additional time frame to pay that tax liability. The other piece that I would keep in mind too is you probably want to try and extend your payments out as long as possible. That will allow you to have the lowest possible monthly payment, so that way there's not a chance that you're going to miss an actual payment. So number three is going to be apply for what's called an offer and compromise. So if you've ever heard the saying, the IRS will settle with you for less than pennies on the dollar, that's exactly where this saying comes from. So one of the major benefits of an offer and compromise is that you'll end up paying less than you actually owe. Applying for an offer and compromise is a very lengthy process. There's a lot of paperwork and you actually have to pay an application fee. While your application is being processed, interest and penalties will still accrue on that balance should they accept your actual offer and compromise. Also keep in mind that the IRS rejects a good portion of offer and compromises. So my advice is if you are going to go down this route, I would consult with somebody who specializes in offer and compromise. So number four is going to be ask for currently not collectible. So the IRS has this designation or this status for people who are financially unable to pay. Now, when your financial situation improves, then they would remove this status, but you couldn't apply for this if you have a deteriorating financial situation. The status is not permanent and you will eventually need to pay that tax liability. Now, the IRS can actually file a lien against you if you have this status. To obtain currently not collectible status, you will need to file some forms and some applications to include a full financial disclosure about your income, your expenses, and your assets. So everything will be at bay and the IRS will determine if you fall under this status. So my last tip, number five, is consult a tax professional. So me personally, I don't specialize in tax resolution or tax debt relief. I specialize in tax planning and tax strategy for day traders, investors. Now, there are people out there who specialize in this particular subject matter. They can advise you on the right direction based on how much you owe and your financial situation. So I wouldn't recommend going at this alone, but I do know that many people just think that the only option is the installment agreement, but there are other things out there. So if you found value in today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And currently I'm running a free training session right now. We're gonna give you 3 tips on how to save $30,000 or more on your taxes. So that way you won't be in a situation where you owe Uncle Sam more money than you need to. Have a good one.